Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward for Lettermen Row. BuckIQ is back. The season is almost here. Got Jake Stoneburner back in the building for the first time. You know the season must be close.
It's getting close.
All right, welcome back, the former Ohio State NFL tight end. It's your annual plea, I guess. I'll just tee it up for you. Get the football to the tight ends more.
Please. Let us get 30 catches.
30 catches?
Just 1 year.
I mean, I think they can do that easily, but are you wanting like 30 for Farrell, 30 for Barry, or you want it?
Yeah, 30 for one of them.
Okay.
All right, 30 across the whole board, not enough.
Oh, not enough.
That'd be like 10, 10, and 10. They need one guy needs to have a breakout year, or at least just a contributive year where you're like, hey, I remember that tight end from the 2019 season, not just a 5-yard catcher.
All right, I think if there's been one guy that we've always been talking about as a breakout candidate, you know what Luke Farrell can do. I think he's going to have a pretty good year. Rashad Berry, a lot of athleticism, but we talked about it last summer. Jeremy Ruckert arriving with that potential as a pass catcher, and you needed to learn how to block. He's got 1 year in the system now. What's next for Jeremy Ruckert? What are you kind of expecting for this guy now moving into year 2?
Honing in on your skills. To me, from year 1 to year 2 is the biggest leap, because that first year, everything's just like, well, I'm at Ohio State. These guys are huge. I got to figure out school, class, and football. Now you're a year in. Now you know what's going on. Get to the field, get there, get that extra work in, start knowing where you're supposed to be as far as blocking. I think his biggest leap to be able to play was blocking, and a lot of blocking, you don't have to pancake and bury the guy. Just not let him make the play. And I think a lot of that just goes with his experience of blocking. And so if he can continue to carry that, they got a great tight ends coach, so I'm sure they're working that left and right. And then you just be able to exploit his athletic ability, stretch the middle of the field. We'd like to see it. He was recruited to do that, right? So let's throw him out there and see what he can do.
A lot of talk about Ohio State using 2 tight ends more often. I know that Jake will like the sound of that. Don't have a ton of film from Jeremy Ruckert last year to break down, but we've got enough to let Stoney dig in and get Ohio State closer to the season where Jeremy Ruckert looking to make an impact. So let's roll the tape. All right, Stoney, we're looking at the only catch of Jeremy Ruckert's first year. That's hard to believe, but he's in there, and this was the opener, and Ohio State clearly wanted to get him some early involvement.
Yep. This is your classic sell the run, tight end block down, peel out, be an easy check down for that's Miami's third-string quarterback here is getting able to check it down. I don't know if you remember Tathan.
Tathan Martell?
Yeah, phenomenal athlete. You can see this is a grade A tight end release, sells the run. You see these guys, they all bite on it. And you can probably do a little bit better, get in front of him. This is where honing in on your technique, just little things like that are going to allow him to play and give coaches confidence, because now look, that guy's got a free shot at the quarterback. Quarterback actually does a pretty good job getting his head around and seeing his option, but you don't want that in your face. But he does it right. He gives him an option, gives him wide open chest, makes the play. Back to showing good hands and gets the first down.
This seems like the kind of play, Stoney, that Justin Fields, he's going to be a little bit more mobile than Dwayne Haskins. You know that teams are going to be prepared for J.K. Dobbins. So if you got those 2 guys in the backfield, you get this play action going. That could be an easy way for the tight ends to get those 30 catches you're talking about.
Easily. And look, what is this? 8, 9, 10-yard gain from just a simple little, easy a 10-yard gain, 12-yard gain. Look, from a simple dink and dunk play, he's able to get upfield, makes a guy miss, and gets 12 yards. You can't ask more than that.
Right.
You got the first down, 1st and 10. That's showing the coaches you know what you're doing. You can make a play. Now, you got to build on top of that. But
right.
I was always told when I catch the ball, go to first down. You don't have to score. And we want you to move the chains. And
it's tight end's job, that security blanket, move the chains. The other job, of course, at Ohio State is always going to be blocking. I know your favorite part of it. And finally, in the middle of the season, Ohio State started putting in these multiple tight end packages, and Ruckert got on the field and was throwing his body around a little bit.
Yeah, the one thing he wasn't afraid to stick his nose in there, and that's something you can work on. It's the guys who are hesitant, not walking around, but afraid to actually get up in there. But it also takes technique and time, and that's something he's going to learn. But you see, he's just going in there and being aggressive, not afraid of the contact, and that's a good building block. It's the guys who walk in there on their tippy toes, not sure they're going, they don't want to get hit. Man, it's tough to teach all of a sudden how to get in a 3-point stance and block that DN if you don't already have that attitude. And it takes some skills to hone in on, but he's already got that mindset at least, and he's a big enough guy.
I think if you look at this play and this next one where he's basically a lead blocker for J.K. Dobbins on the way to the end zone. I don't know if it's a sign of confidence that Ohio State wanted to bang him up in there? If it was a challenge to him?
You're not leading with this guy if you don't have confidence with him. That's Zach Boren used to play there, and that's our captain. And so you're not putting a guy there who you think is going to get blown up or he can't do his job. So obviously they had confidence. I mean, they're right there at the goal line. They needed him to make this big block. Now, does he demolish somebody? No, but he does exactly what he needs to do. The tailback follows right up on his ass and runs right in the end zone. And that's how the play was drawn up. He didn't have to crush anybody, didn't have to, pancake his guy all in the end zone. Do your play, make sure your guy doesn't make the play, and look, touchdowns. I
think some of this talk that, Jeremy Ruckert might be playing at the H, or you go to the second tight end. I mean, there are going to be times, I think, where he's going to be lined up as a fullback, or Luke Farrell or Rashad Berry, and that might be sort of the way that this offense goes.
You just think how this goes. If you run the same play and he keeps it, now all of a sudden your fullback can score it out to the flats or something because he was playing fullback and tight end and receiver.
Yeah.
Opens up the offense a lot.
That's that diverse skill set that you're talking about. Really, it's going to make it more difficult for teams to
No offense to Zach Boren, but he's not splitting out a wide receiver. Whereas this guy is all of a sudden that fullback, then splits out. Okay, what kind of defense do you have for that? When 44 is out there,
probably not going to run him out there in the flats that much. But it's unfair to Zach. He's not in here to defend himself today. But, you're back in here and you can do whatever you want.
It is. That is right. He's not here, so Zach, you suck. Just kidding.
So here you go. This is another example of sort of what we're talking about. Well, what are you going to do? Because now you can add in this motion here, that whether that's Paris Campbell's gone, obviously, but a Jalen Gill or KJ Hill, you're still going to have all these other options for him right here. He just goes downfield, makes an easy block.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually, to me, as a player, I know these three have these three. And he's going to have him, he's going to have him. He's got to help and takes a great angle. Doesn't give too much on this guy because he's got him. Doesn't even come out for him because he knows he's got him, and takes a great angle on this guy, realize who's he's got, and that's the touchdown block. If he doesn't block this guy or misses him, that's who makes this play. He knows what he's doing. He's got the technique. It's just now honing in on those skills, getting the opportunities. Like we talked about earlier, they got two real solid tight ends in front of him. But you can go out there and do this. The coaches are going to put you in more often.
All right.
Because I know one of my big issues when I was younger, I never played tight end, so that kind of stuff threw me for a loop. I didn't know what was going on. He's already got it. He's showing, hey, we got these three. I know how to get to the top, the second level and seal them off. You can work with that.
All right.
And you already know he's got the athletic ability.
That's right. Another year of development. This was the middle of last season for Jeremy Ruckert, so he's making that turn. Jake Stoneburner signs off on the seal of approval. Ohio State season coming up soon. Great to have Stoney back with us. This has been Lettermen Row, BuckIQ. I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time.